trying to accomplish being live everywhere.
Yeah.
Chef EPIE, will you sit closer to me?
Yeah, try to.
Because, you know, with Instagram, we need to be very, very close. But we are moments away. We're just actually waiting for everybody to come into the room and join us.
And this is close enough?
Yeah.
But see,
Thank you so much.
I don't need to be like.
I can see people coming up.
Yeah, good.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello. Chef EPIE.
So we're live, Lizzie, so you know.
We must be.
Yes.
Okay, so start.
Oui, 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 say hi.
Hi! Hi, everyone! Mwah!
Yay!
Dissolve the soap. It's better to add the soap from the beginning.
Okay.
So I would say, Lauren, let's let Ryan know that we are ready to go. Thank you, everyone.
No, you idiot. For one spoon. For the second one spoon of
Thank
soap.
you.
2 spoons of pepper.
Good to know.
All right?
Great.
So just telling Ryan it's ready to go live and we can
Yeah, we can, you know, sit
Oh,
very close
Philippe.
to me. Look, don't be
Hey,
jealous,
Philippe.
I'm
Ça
pulling
va,
you close
Philippe?
to me.
Grow them, baby.
I love it.
Fabio. Bonjour Fabio, tu vas bien?
Who wouldn't want to
Aurélie,
grow
Aurélie EPIE. Ça va ma chérie?
So look, you guys, if you're following us on YouTube, you're watching Chef EPIE and myself. Chef EPIE was teaching me how to do a very simple salad. It was the most incredible thing, and so that's what people are watching as they come into the waiting room.
I'm almost done with that?
We're almost done. We're waiting.
Because we have people who are winning
We
right
have
now.
everybody waiting.
Ça va bien Philippe et toi? Ça va
Je suis
super bien.
Antoinette. Je ne parle pas
Ça va,
français,
Aurélie?
mais je
Je
peux
m'appelle
parler français.
Aurélie, bonjour papa.
Okay, Ryan, can we go live?
Yeah, just tell them this. I'm telling you here too.
Hi, Orly.
I let all your children know you were going live.
Yeah. Aí não sei
1
nem
minute.
fico, anyone yet. Bon.
We are finishing up. Here's our intro.
Okay.
Hang in there with us, guys.
Here we are.
Chef EPIE, we have to make sure that we are together on all cameras.
We are together.
We are together here. We're together here. Thank you for joining on my YouTube channel. And if I have coffee breath, I'm so sorry.
There wasn't a woman who looked like us. They were all grown.
Suzanne, hi Suzanne. I love you, Suzanne. Suzanne the Berry. She said, I love you, Lizzie.
I love you, Susan Amari.
I want to know
We
something.
love you guys.
Amari, I know Susan
I'm going
Amari.
to get it out of him today.
I might forget what nobody knows.
To me, like to watch as a doorman and to watch all these great
Like
comedians,
this?
it was like a college. It was a college of sorts where you
Okay.
got to watch the professors every night. You know, and you can learn as much watching a bad comedian as you could watching a good comedian. You know what I mean?
Did you get laid that night? And he said, yeah. I go, no, I got to start carrying him out.
Everyone from Paris are watching the
I'm
show.
so happy.
And it's just- it
Bonjour,
just made
bonsoir,
my day.
Paris. I'm so happy.
Do you hit live?
Welcome. Welcome to Antoinette and Friends, you guys. I'm jumping out of my skin today. We have been waiting to do this interview with Chef Gilles EPIE for so very long. I first met Elizabeth Notoli EPIE. This is Chef Gilles EPIE's wife. I met her first when she walked into my birthday party carrying 3 quiches. And basically, we were taste testing these quiches all day long. It was during COVID, and Lauren was hosting my birthday party. We had staggered people, and I was basically taste testing these quiches the whole time. And I remember thinking to myself, as I was trying to focus on what people were saying to me, I was thinking to myself, what the hell is going on with these quiches? I mean, what is going on with these quiches? There was something about it that kept getting my attention. And I knew that Elizabeth brought in soup because I saw it, right? 11 o'clock rolls around, my birthday party is coming to an end, and I'm like, Lauren, where's the soup? I know there's soup. So I had to pull the birthday card. She whips out this soup, and I actually posted it on Instagram. You guys, I don't even know what to say about masterful food, but this soup, I actually had not met him at the time. This soup had so many beautiful layers to it, and I just thought, How does he do that? And then I had the pleasure of being here in his home, which is why we wanted to do it here and not in the studio. It was Lauren's birthday. I'm sitting at the table. I'm watching him cook and prepare this incredible meal. And I can see what's going on. There's, if I may say, like a channeling from above. He's connected to source. Okay, that's what's going on. Puts the salad down, the simplest. Can I curse on my show? Of course I can. The simplest fucking salad. It was like a leaf of lettuce, right? I taste this thing. I'm like, what is happening with it? And it sounds like an exaggeration, but what he does is he creates this incredibly simplistic, beautiful, pure artwork in his food. It's masterful. And I actually said to him, can I take leftover salad? Which he looked at me like crazy fucking American wants to take salad home. Anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce Antoinette Friends audience and the world at large who don't already know him, Chef Gilles EPIE. I'm so happy to have you on my show. I'm good.
Thank you for having me on the show.
We're so happy to have you. So I wanted to ask you, Chef Gilles EPIE is the youngest chef to ever win a Michelin star. He was 22 when that happened. So one must imagine that at 22 years old, you must have had a lot of time to prepare for that.
Well, first of all, it was long time
We're talking
ago.
to the camera.
That was a long time ago. So,
Yeah?
well, when you're 22 years old, we really realize what's going on.
Right.
Know? And something everyone has to know, long time ago is that when I was young, the Michelin was only in France and in Belgium at this time. It was only, I think, something like maybe 9 or 11 3 Michelin stars around the world.
Wow.
It was 45 one Michelin star.
Yeah.
So the impact of getting a Michelin star
At that age,
at this time
Yeah.
was so much bigger than it is right now. Even because we didn't do social media and it was only on your newspaper, magazine, and it was.
Was it a surprise to you when that happened?
Yeah, I didn't realize what was going on because I got a fax in my office. I was getting fax. I said, who sent me fax?
What the hell was happening?
The fax machine wasn't working well enough. So I said, congratulations, blah, 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 on the Michelin star. So I realized what was going on.
Yeah.
But, the now it's different, they Michelin's all over the world, which it doesn't take away the value of it.
No,
But-
it does not
but-
at all. And you still
but-
hold the record for the youngest Michelin star to ever get the Michelin star. You started at 14 years old, so anybody who follows Antoinette Friends knows that I really am always fascinated with the moment you, as a child, as an adolescent, or as a young adult, when you knew, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going.
Well, I was when I was a kid, I was always cooking with my mom, doing some, pastry and stuff like that. And then, she, I was not a really good student at school, so.
They never, the
And
masters
always
never are
knew- I
good
always
students in
knew-
school.
I always knew I was, one day being a chef. So
You knew that.
I knew that from long time.
And
so.
did your mother notice that in you? Is that
No,
why
really.
she did that with you?
No, really, because my parents they were not involved about the food industry. They had no idea what was going on.
But they were involved in feeding you well.
That's right. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, I come from
And
that
then,
as well. When you have a mother that feeds you well, then you have a love for, and you understand what's involved with food and how it's prepared. Okay, so tell me, what is your first memory of knowing that there was magic in food?
Well, I think it's like my first memory was, because when I was doing cooking with my mom on Sunday, she was always making this beautiful dessert and, the food I still have to taste in my mouth, so I remember the flavor of it. It's not gonna go away. It was the choux à la crème. You know what the choux à la crème is?
No.
It's like a dessert with a caramel and vanilla.
Is it like
cream
what is that,
inside.
creme brulee?
No.
Or
It
does
was
it have like a-
it was like sort of bread pastry with a cream inside. It was really good. And she was doing the floating island and you know, every Sunday she was doing something for us. You know, that's why, you know, I said I'm gonna try to do it myself. And then I moved forward and I got a job and I went to school first.
And where did you go to school?
I went to school because my parents, they didn't know anything about the food industry, so they put me in a school, cooking school. But after 6 months, I said to my dad, listen, I'm not good for school. I want to go to work. He said, well, we don't know anything then, so how are you going to find a job?
Right. Wait, can we tap on that for a second? So, people who are masterful, I find they go into school, but they don't like the structure.
Yeah, well,
Because creativity kind of doesn't work under structure sometimes. Sometimes you need structure. So you were in school for cooking, but you wanted to get out there and really do it.
Yeah, I was, in my mind, cooking was not going to school. It was working.
Doing it.
Yeah. The chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah,
that's
love
the only
that.
way. That's the only way you really learn how to become a chef one day. Because calling himself a chef, it takes at least 10 years to be able to call yourself a chef. You know, now we go to school after 2 or 3 years, they decide they want to have a higher salary and they want to call themselves a chef.
After 3 and 4
But
years.
there's not a chef. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the experience. They don't have the knowledge of being a chef. It takes a long time. Sometimes I ask myself, as of today, I'm not even a chef. I have to relearn because I'm always something to learn.
That's
I
powerful.
always
What you
gotta
just
do.
said is so fucking powerful. Because the best masters, the best artists are always looking at their work and saying, how can I improve on this? And that's when you're constantly growing, which is what you do and what I saw while I was sitting right there watching you. It was like this attention and this attention to being excellent and putting everything in that moment to make it even more. And that is really special. And that's why you are who you are.
You know, the thing is, every time when I do something, even if I make the recipe I used to make before,
Right.
I always make the recipe like it was the first time I'm making it, with the same passion, the same love. That's make the difference between me and the other chefs,
Yeah.
and you know.
Yeah.
It's
like
for the
you live it.
experience and
It's
love
part of your
it.
blood, and it's
Yeah.
how you live and how you breathe.
And sometimes I mess it up because it's happened. It's happened to any chef. There is no one chef in the world who can say, you know, I never messed up anything. It's called a liar. You know, I mess it up
But
sometimes.
how do you learn if you don't
But-
you don't mess up? How
I'm-
do you learn
Yeah.
it really?
So
if you
when
think
I
about
messed up, I said, I'm mad at myself. Especially during quarantine. I was cooking with Elizabeth every single day. And I messed up sometimes. I was really mad at myself. I cannot blame anyone else than myself. I was alone
Right.
cooking in my house.
So during quarantine, this is something I wanted to talk about. So during quarantine, Elizabeth, his co-pilot and beautiful wife and style beyond measure, they sort of shape-shifted and created a delivery business where people were able to eat and be comforted by good food. And that's how you kind of, changed track. And you actually were cooking. I mean, I was here one time when you guys were doing this all yourself. And I just was like, that's a kind of an amazing thing because you didn't have any prep chefs. You did it all by yourself. And I know it was really challenging. But at the end of this, where are you going starting tomorrow? This is the last opportunity for us to get this incredible interview because tomorrow they leave and you move basically
Yeah,
to
we're gonna move. We're gonna move soon to Hawaii.
Oahu?
To the island in Oahu, like an hour away from Honolulu. And
The North Shore.
North Shore, yeah.
Can you tell us the resort?
It's called Turtle Bay Resort.
Not too shabby.
And it's a beautiful place, and we are still right now under construction, but it's gonna be awesome. And it's like I'm gonna be, responsible for all of the food in the hotel. It's a beautiful resort. We have like 500 rooms, 3 swimming pool, 5 restaurants,
Wow.
3 helicopters, 2
Amazing.
golf courses. We're gonna have 40 horses. It's right on the beach, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Amazing.
You can say, yeah,
Amazing.
You know, and we're moving soon, so good.
So tomorrow morning they leave for this incredible endeavor. I actually wanted to talk a little bit more about when you, the moment you realized that you were a better cook than your mother. Because you know you do have that moment where you go, wow, I've actually surpassed the woman who inspired me. I know you don't want to say that, but actually it has to be true at a certain point.
It's hard to expand that, but I always, you know, sometimes when she cooks, I'm really surprised when she cooks something awesome, and but I say now this is not the way you're supposed to do it, you know. But your food's good.
How does she take to that?
And she's mad at me, and but Elizabeth, she was always say, okay, your ratatouille, Nanny, your ratatouille is better than Gilles' ratatouille. Because Elizabeth, she's always gonna be on my mom's side. So, well, but yeah, she's a great chef, and what I'm doing is different. I know it's not the home cooking, you know.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
In what way is the cuisine that you are creating now and cooking now different than the cuisine you grew up with?
But you know, the cuisine, you know, everything is moving, and you know, the cuisine is never stopped to be like classic cuisine. It's moving forward all the time because the world's moving forward. So we have to adapt the recipes. We have to adapt ourselves to the clients, to the where we are, the season, and there's so many, you know,
different types of palettes and also dietary restrictions. So living in Los Angeles, we have, if you ever see anybody order a meal in Los Angeles, you know, there's a lot of people who are super aware of what they eat, and they can have this, they can have that, and it's, you know, it's complicated for waiters in restaurants. But how have you had to adapt to the cuisine here in Los Angeles?
Well, you know, I was in LA before, so I know it. When I moved back to LA from Paris, I knew what I was expecting.
Tell me though, because I want to know what that is.
You know, I knew what I was expecting from the people in LA. So they.
Is that annoying?
No, it's not. No. I got lucky. I was really lucky because I was working at this beautiful hotel in Beverly Hills called Montage, which is not existing anymore.
Right.
And the clientele I was dealing with was probably the most awesome clientele everyone can dream of. You know.
And why?
Like movie stars, rock stars.
Right. Okay. High profile.
Yeah, basketball players, and you know, celebrities all the time. When we had every single night we have probably like 4 or 5 tables with, you know, famous people, the famous, not famous on Instagram, the real deal. I'm talking like, you know, real names.
I actually was sitting at the bar and I actually met Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, you know.
Sitting at the bar, and he was magnificent. And it was just like, you know, it's like everybody's sort of there at that bar. What is the difference? Or is there a difference between being a chef in a French or Parisian restaurant than being in an American restaurant? And what would be the difference?
Okay, the difference is based on the ingredients, you know. In France, you know, we have the perfect ingredients all the time, and French people, they are following the season all the time. In America, they're starting to understand that, but you know, like for example, in France, you cannot find the asparagus in September, October. It doesn't exist. In America.
So you, as the owner of a French restaurant, which you've owned, you create your menu based on what's available to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that sounds
that's
so
the way
obvious
it's supposed to be,
you.
right?
He's like, I mean, that's so obvious.
That's the way it's
and that's how it
supposed
is
to
in
be.
Europe, but it's
You
not
know,
here.
We don't eat strawberry in January in France, you know. You can find them anyway. Or if you buy strawberry in January, if you find some,
they look like strawberries, but they don't taste like strawberries.
No, people, they're gonna say, "What's going on with you? Are you out of your mind or something like that?"
Oh, interesting.
So, in America, you have to be able to please everyone. You can't say no to people. So that's part of the business, and you know, and the variety of the fishes and the crustacean and seafood in Europe, it's so much, you know, bigger than what you can find in America, because, you know, that's part of the ocean, you know. Even if the on the east coast is the Atlantic Ocean, it's not the same water than it is in Brittany or France. It's more salty, it's colder, and the you know, everything is different, you know. So and when you grow, the veggies are different, you know. What if it was I gotta say, France is the garden of the world, you know. And if talking about California, if California was in Europe, if America was in Europe, California would be France, because that's the state who is the
Closest in the climate.
closest to the climate.
Yeah, I feel that's the same as Italy, you know, right? That same kind of climate, and
Same kind of thing,
sometimes
you know.
sometimes I drive around and I go, oh, look at that. That looks just like Sardinia, or that looks just like where I'm from in south of Italy, which is very similar.
That's why in California we have wine, we have these beautiful organic veggies, you know. But the problem with eating well in America, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It is expensive. When you go to the farmers market, you know, you spend $100 and you get nothing.
I know.
With $100 in France, you walk away with 3 bags full of veggies. You have enough veggies for 10 days. Mm-hmm. It doesn't exist in America. That's the thing. So people, they say, okay, look at these people. They're not really healthy. They're not rich people. Mm-hmm. Healthy food is for rich people in America.
Yeah,
that's why.
I know.
That's why it has to be changed. One day, hopefully, it's gonna change. You know?
And that's something you want to be a part of.
Yeah, I
don't
want
you?
to be a part of course. Like so many chefs in America.
It's interesting when you talk about food and when you're talking about what you do, you have a light about you and your face lights up and there's a lot of love that comes from your eyes. I'm not trying, I'm really serious. That's why I wanted to interview you. What have you eaten in your life where you were like, wow, like it just blew your mind?
Well, you're thinking about the food or the chef, because you know you usually you have to associate the food with the chef.
Person who cooked it.
Yeah, because there is some chefs who are really talented, but to be able to understand what they're doing, you have to know the chef first. You have to meet the chef first. If you don't meet the chef, it's hard to associate this food and this guy who's cooking the food. I have few chefs who are, you know, especially in France, some Japanese chefs in California, but you know, I can't say which this one or this one, because I don't want them to be jealous.
We don't want
But they know how much
enemies
respect
here.
I have from some really famous French chefs and some really famous pastry chef. I gotta say, pastry wise, there's one guy who blew my mind away all the time. His name is Philippe Conticini. He's in Paris.
Is Italian?
He's
Conticini.
Conticini.
He's Italian.
Yeah, his parents were Italian. He's one of the most talented, probably one of the most
Pastry
talented
chefs.
pastry chefs in the world, in my opinion.
Okay, that's pretty high.
He's really good. He has a passion for what he does, and he's a good friend of mine. We know each other over 30 years, and as he's getting older, he's getting better and better and better.
Of course.
And
That's
every single day.
That's the way it goes,
It's
right?
a perfect example of someone who's working his ass off every single day to make his pastry and his bakery better than he was the day before.
Isn't that beautiful? Like we always talk about, it's like finding what you do, loving what you do, becoming masterful at what you do, and sharing that with the world. To me, there's nothing better than that, and that's what I see in this amazing man. I can tell that you are living and breathing what you do. And I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but when you were teaching me how to make what's the name of the salad? The
lettuce, butter lettuce salad. The butter lettuce?
Yeah,
With
the butter
Dijon,
lettuce, yeah.
With the Dijon vinegar.
So as he was preparing it, he was saying to me that the temperature, this all sounds very simple to people who cook and are chefs, but the temperature with which the water was when he was actually washing the salad made a difference in the texture of the salad. And that's the detail, that's the fine details that make something outstanding. And I always think about all the chefs in the world, and I think to myself, well, what do all of the chefs in the world, in your opinion, have in common? The best chefs, the greatest chefs.
The love and the patience. And you know what? The best chef in the world, they never take shortcut. Shortcut, because so many chefs,
What does that mean?
Because sometimes it's easy to take, instead of put the salad, for example, in ice water, they say, okay, we put the salad, let's make the salad right away. It's called taking a shortcut, in my mind, in my opinion. So
I love
the
that.
best chef, they always take the long way, because the only way you can have the best result when you cook is be patient and take the long way. You know, it takes
No shortcuts.
if you take the shortcut, you're gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
And the chef that in common, patience and love and respect for the clients, and they always cook with love for the people.
And respect for the food.
And respect for the ingredients, of course. And you cannot cook you cannot be a great chef if you don't love people. And most of the chefs, they love people, because that's the basic,
I love that.
yeah.
That's what I feel from you, and that's why I wanted to interview you, honestly. I wanted to also just say that if there are questions in the chat room, Lauren can let us know what you'd like to ask the chef. We only have a little bit of time left, and I want to be able to field those questions. Oh, we have one here. What food do you think most chefs get wrong? That's a good question.
okay.
Thank you, Jessica, for asking that question.
What food? Depends of the chef. It depends on what's food. I think, sometimes they can mess it up one dish, but it doesn't mean like they're gonna serve it. They're gonna standing to make the recipe again, because most of the chef, until the recipe is gonna be exactly the way they want it, they're gonna throw it away and standing again and again and again.
Right.
That's why it's called patience and love. What you do,
I love that. Are you excited about what you're about to do? Obviously, I know it's a new job, but are you excited about this new part of your life and the things that you hope to accomplish? Does this feel like, after you guys have really, during COVID, just really hit it hard and really shapeshifted, and now we're coming out of that, and now you're going off to Turtle Bay, which is incredible.
Well, it's the new challenge, It's a new challenge, new life. I'm excited to meet, new people, be able to work with the new ingredients, and especially all of the from the ocean, because right there is like they have the most awesome fishes, the tuna, blah blah blah. So, I'm excited because I have to adapt my menu as the location.
Yep. And you haven't created the menu yet.
I did, but I have an executive sous chef who's going to be my assistant. He's Hawaiian, and it's going to help me, to find the perfect ingredients to fit
where
the
you
menu
are,
and to fit myself. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be so awesome.
So you'll be working 7 days a week.
Yeah, walking is not a problem. Walking was never a problem to me. 7 days a week.
Not working is a problem.
It's not a problem.
Right.
It's just like I just want to make sure everything's gonna be organized and set up perfectly for the
Oh, I
client.
have no doubt in my mind that things will be perfectly organized.
Gotta
Not at
try
all. I wanted to ask if there's anybody that wants to ask a question, and then I wanted just to ask you, one of the final questions. What is your absolute favorite thing to prepare?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
is it the...
You know what I think? I always think about what I love. That's a real question. People ask me this question all the time. I say, you know what? What I love my favorite thing is to prepare is the dish I'm gonna create tomorrow, because what I did yesterday or the day before, I already know, but I'm excited about what I'm gonna create tomorrow.
Wow.
That's what I'm excited about.
I love that. I love that so much. We're getting a question, so we're trying to read handwriting. Favorite meal with your lovely, what is your favorite meal with your lovely wife, Elizabeth? What does she like you to make?
She loves me to make anything. She loves food.
That's the right answer.
She's a foodie, and when I met Elizabeth, she
She's a
didn't really know about food and cooking, but now she's a really great chef. She loves cooking. She
About
can
that?
cook some awesome meals, and
Ooh, I see that
yeah,
spark when
she
you
loves
talk
she
about it.
loves cooking, and she loves the ingredients, and she loves doing something for me, and
Yeah.
usually when she cooks, she goes. She said, "Okay, Gilles, just take some rest. I'm gonna do the dinner tonight." And she always cook the steak perfectly well, and pick up the white veggies, and she can cook some awesome pasta.
Really?
When it's time to cook pasta, she always wants to be in charge of the pasta. I say, "Oh, let me do it." I said, "No, I'm Italian. I have to do it. You don't know how to cook pasta."
Oh my God.
She's awesome. She make great pasta,
And which kind of pasta? You
pasta.
know what, I have
make
to tell
this
you,
bolognese
I've had
sauce.
your bolognese.
Okay,
And
wow.
it is the real, because I grew up with bolognese in my house all the time. And I was like, oh, there's something, bolognese is made a lot of different ways. Yours was incredible. Lauren would bring it over to the house already ready to go. And it's absolutely fantastic. What does that say?
Actually, you don't need the.
Favorite Italian dish, but I want to also know what is the dish, the pasta dish that I'm looking at Elizabeth right now. What do you like to cook? Like he's saying you cook the best pasta. What is it that's the best pasta? Because pasta can be made a million different ways. What do you like to cook?
Okay, so you want me to come and talk
I would
to people?
love that.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, Lizzie.
Okay.
It's the family affair.
Hi everyone. I thought I was going to be behind the scenes today, but apparently not.
Apparently
Okay.
not.
Which I'm totally fine with. Oops, I gotta check out my gun. Sorry. So I love. He likes penne.
Yeah.
But I can do a really beautiful. How do we say it in Italian?
Is it
Aglio
aglio?
olio.
So
Yeah, with the
oil,
garlic.
parsley and garlic.
Garlic
That's
with-
hard to do.
Yeah, with the red chili peppers. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very delicious.
Yeah.
But he does, he loves it. I'm not good at cream sauces, but how often do we eat those carbonara sauces?
we don't.
But I always want them when I go somewhere.
I'll
But
get-
my
I'll always
favorite
get cream
Italian
sauce.
pasta that I wish I could actually make, that I think is just divine, is bucati di amatriciana.
Amatriciana. That
Yeah.
has a little bit of pancetta.
It's got pancetta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mi
You
piace
know what?
molto.
This is amazing to me, and I was hoping, I had asked Elizabeth if she would come on, and she's like, no, not today.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy that you're on, because to watch the two of you together is so beautiful. The way you support each other. And I walked into this home, and it was for Lauren's birthday, and Lauren will step on before we go. But I was like, wow, what a beautiful home, what a beautiful vibe, what a
Thank
beautiful
you.
sense of style you have.
Thank you.
And the way the two of you are together is so beautiful, and it's so lovely, and it has a symmetry to it, and a love to it, and a support. And that is rare. And that
Aw.
comes from,
Well,
listen,
thank
they say behind every successful man is a very powerful woman, and I would say this is the case here, that there's such support and such love for
Thank you.
each other, that it's really beautiful. So thank you for having me in your home.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah, I really, the
But thank
love
you
that
for
comes
ask-
from these people is I just want to bathe in it. It's really beautiful.
I'll let you guys get back,
Yeah.
but I love cooking for him. And can I just say one quick thing?
You can say a lot.
Most people think, oh my gosh,
How
they
do
wanna
you
invite-
cook for him?
Yeah, they say to me, oh my gosh, I would love to invite you guys over for dinner, but what am I gonna make for sure? I'm like, he's the most simple.
Is that true?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is true.
If you want to know how you cook for a chef, don't try to do something fancy.
Do
schmancy.
mac and cheese.
No, they want this most simplest thing. I mean, he wants to have a beautiful ribeye steak with a baked potato. He wants to have simple food. You
A
just
cheese platter. That's nice.
What do you say?
A cheese platter.
And a cheese platter.
You
We
like
love
a
our-
good cheese
we
platter.
who doesn't like a good cheese
I love
platter?
a cheese
love
platter.
Yeah, I love a good cheese
A
platter.
charcuterie cheese.
That's-
Yeah, I'm gonna do one for you after
love
this.
Oh,
Yeah, come on.
Oh, hello.
Lauren, come on in. The reason I know these two incredible people is because of Lauren's service.
My girl.
Lauren is what I call Lauren is the great connector. How do I get you both in the shot?
Here we go.
She's the
She's
great
tallest.
connector, and I'm always enchanted with the people she brings into my sphere. She has a gravitational pull, like the planet Jupiter. Very powerful. Brings
Venus,
beautiful.
perhaps?
For Venus. Okay, by saying
She's so
Jupiter.
beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
She's so
Okay.
beautiful. Let's give her
Venus, Jupiter, Saturn rings because she loves beautiful rings. But I'm just very grateful to you, Lauren, and thank you for coming on the show. And I'm very, very excited.
You're welcome.
I'm excited for your new journey.
We are so
I'm
excited.
so
This
proud
is a
of you
journey,
guys.
and we want to say to Turtle Bay
Yes.
that we are losing California. Los Angeles is losing one of the best chefs that we've had, but we're very happy to give. Look at me like I'm the mayor. We're happy to give Chef Gilles EPIE and Elizabeth Notoli to you, and we wish you so much
Success and obviously in the reinventing, and also I got on a plane sometimes 3 and 4 times a year to Paris to eat this food and love this lady, and now 5 hours on the plane, go to Hawaii, go to Turtle Bay.
You know.
Guess
The
who's
same
going to
thing, I'm
Hawaii?
flying to New York.
Lauren!
Yeah.
Antoinette! Anyway, thank you guys for joining
Aloha!
us, friends.
Aloha!
Mahalo, bye. Bye, everyone.
You guys are
Oh,
so silly.
Antoinette, we have a winner for the contest.
Oh,
Oh
amazing!
my God! Well, thank you,
I
Ryan.
don't
We
know
have a
if-
winner.
I want to win something.
Yeah, I don't know if Lauren wants to read it off.
I think
Oh,
Lauren does want to.
I do want to read it off.